on the right hand rod, squid and mackerel. Ooh, cheapy old boat rod. You hear the bell then, guys? Yeah, I don't fit into this world. Not anymore. Fish on. Alright guys, welcome back at the channel. Hope you're all well. Now, for the past couple of days, it's been really stormy, but I'm pleased to report things are improving. Alright, we still got a little bit of a southwesterly, little bit breezy, but compare this to say this time yesterday, much better. I've just left work and I've popped down to one of my local marks, St. Bride's. It's a big old tide this evening, 12.5 meters, which in old money for Newport is 14.2 because we had 1.7. I've not been fishing for ages. I can't wait to get a bait in the water. Let's see what happens. Well, that's the baits out there. 4.0 paternoster pennel on each of these two main rods. As per usual, there's going to be a 2-hook flapper rig on the cheapy old boat rod, size 2 hooks. I was hoping to get a nice sunset for you, but yeah, it's all gone a bit gloomy all of a sudden. And that southwesterly is still quite strong. It was meant to drop, but it hasn't. Yeah, I'll give it 20 minutes and I'll put the old night light on. I've got fresh ragworm, frozen black lugworm, squid and mackerel. Nice to be out again. This is my favourite time of year when it comes to sea fishing. Autumn into early winter. These marks glow with reds, oranges, browns, golds. It's pure natural beauty. And of course there's a change of the guard when it comes to potential species. Might get a couple tonight, you never know. Talking of potential species, Thornback Ray, Conger Eel, whiting, codlin, flounder, bass, silver eel. Look, I might not even get a bite, but that's okay, because like I've said before, when it comes to these marks nowadays, I always expect a challenge. But when I do catch a fish, what a fantastic feeling. But I reckon, as for this tide, we got a good chance. It's the right time of year, gotta be something out there. And that's all I'm gonna say, because I don't want to jinx it. On the left hand rod, whole squid, big bunch of ragworm on its back. On the right hand rod, squid and mackerel. Ooh, cheapy old boat rod. Hear the bell then, guys? That was a quick snatch. Now on that one, top and bottom hook, straight ragworm. I think that's there. Let's go and take the camera over. It might all be a bit dark because I haven't turned my light on yet. Line's gone slack. Fish on. And that'll do nicely. A beautiful baby bass on the very first cast. I'm chuffed with that. What a stunning creature. That is beautiful. Nature never ceases to amaze. Let's pop him back in. He's gone. Ah, well, that was a nice start. Always good to see a bass. And these days, I couldn't care less how big or small they are. The days of me chasing fish and chasing marks, they've gone. Been there, done it. This is what I enjoy doing. I got some tiny pecks on both rods, but pretty sure they're pin whiting. God, I wish this wind would calm down. I have got the windsock on the camera, but it's really blowing. I'm gonna have to move my leg because quite literally it's gone dead. It's wedged in a rock. Oh. Those small fish still tapping away. Something I wanted to talk about, and I think a lot of people watching will find this relatable. And that's the fact that I no longer feel that I fit into this modern day world. I'm 45 now, so I guess I'm what you call middle-aged. And why do I feel like that? We're so technologically advanced, we're so technologically connected to everything all of the time. Life is noisy, life is busy, life is fast. Society is becoming more and more impatient. And I'm not a big fan. And you know, the older generations speak so fondly of their earlier days. Of course, things were hard then, war, there was no money about. But they talk about how they spoke to their neighbours, how they helped their neighbours, how they grew their own food. There was a sense of community. They appreciated the simple things in life. They enjoyed the simple things in life. And if we take where we are tonight as an example, the rhythm of the tide never changes. The seasons move at their own pace, and that's the pace that I belong to. An earlier time. I was speaking to the guys in work about this, and yeah, they feel the same. You know, the older we're getting, the more we're craving a simpler form of life. And if we take myself as an example, in terms of my mobile phone, hardly look at that now. As you know, I'm not on social media. I'm not knocking it. Everyone's different, but that's my choice. I don't do social media, apart from YouTube, of course. And it's like, you know, over the weekend, I went chestnut picking in my local park. Absolutely fantastic, because that's what I used to do with Dad as a kid. And when I was a kid, I'd often hear older people talking about the good old days. Ah, those were the days. And I never knew what they meant. But of course, now I'm getting a bit older myself. I know exactly what they meant, because I feel the same way. And like I said, I bet there's a lot of people watching this who can relate to what I've just said. Yeah, I don't fit into this world. Not anymore. And as for the wind, starting to drop a little bit. I hope that made sense then. You know what I'm like with my deep chat. And that's how I'm slowly transitioning the channel, as you may have noticed. Ah, the bass are getting bigger. Again, that was on the bottom hook of the flapper rig on ragworm. Alright my son, I'm going to pop you back now. Nicely hooked. Look at that dorsal fin. I'm enjoying this. One of the prettiest fish in the sea. Let's pop him back in. Now, here's something interesting for you, for a change. Up there, there's a few guys fishing. And one of them came down to have a chat with me, and it turns out he's actually one of my subscribers. Nice guy, in fairness. Good to meet you, mate. Yeah, that was a good conversation we had. Anyway, he was saying that he was fishing down at the Black Pipe, and Natural Resources Wales were doing a fish survey, and they were putting nets into the water to see what they could catch. So he said to them, any luck? And they said, yeah, we caught loads of pollock. And he was like, nah, you don't get pollock here, they must be whiting. And that's what I would have said too, that they're whiting. And they said, no, come and have a look. And lo and behold, they were pollock. Now, I've been fishing this area for nearly 40 years, 40. I've never ever seen a pollock. But apparently, they hang around right at the base of the rocks. It's mad, isn't it? I think that's awesome that we get pollock here. So maybe on the next cast with a cheapy old boat rod, I'll just literally drop it off the edge of those rocks and see if I can get a pollock. You know, it's like I always say, you never know what's out there. I just lost a cracking fish, guys. It came off about 40 yards out. 100% a conger. Classic conger bite, classic conger fight. That was a nice one, and I'm gutted. Oh well, these things happen. We're around 10 minutes off high water. Hey, look, it's fishing alright in fairness. The guys up there, they've had a few. One's had a sole, one's had a conger, and my subscriber, who I was talking about earlier, has just caught a lovely Thornback Ray around the £9 mark. Yeah, that was a cracker. So, well done. And I know I keep saying that it's not what it was, but fish still turn up. So there's 4 anglers up this way this evening. Between the 4 of us, so far, we've caught 4 species. And that's really good to see. Long may it continue. That's what I say. I can't stop thinking about my lost conger. You always know when they're good fish. You just know, you know, boom, 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 boom. Oops. Sorry, I just caught my head torch on the rod. Yeah, you always know when they're good, you know, when they're nice ones. Might get one on the ebb. gone a bit quiet now, but in my experience that always happens over high water at this mark. Strange, isn't it? But I still fancy it. I really do fancy it. If I don't get a conger, right, on the ebb, I'm never going to make another sea fishing video, ever again. How about that? Can you see the rods? I haven't filmed this one very well tonight. Yeah, we'll get one. Left hand rod, squid and mackerel cocktail. Right down rod, big bunch of ragworm. Nice full moon. You won't be able to see it on camera, but there's a boat going out, leaving Newport docks. I can see the lights and I can hear the engine. Left hand rod, guys. Fish on. There we go, a nice strap conger. I'm going to say this one's around, oh, I don't know, we'll say between 5 and... Alright, my friend, I know. Between 5.5 to 6 pounds, or thereabouts. I don't really care, to be honest. Strong old thing. Let's pop him back in. Right, I need to make a move. I got work in the morning. Nah, in fairness, the water is now at the base of the rocks, and in the next 5 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes it will absolutely fly out. It's been great. Managed to winkle out 3, a few bites in between. I lost a couple. Shh, don't tell anyone. Nah, if you must, you can tell them. But yeah, it's been a really enjoyable session. I hope you guys have enjoyed it too. As always, thanks very much for watching. It's mega appreciated. Any questions or comments you have, pop them below and I'll get back to you. Until the next one, look after yourselves, take care. All the best. Old train in the background.